Ah, yes, the sweet feeling of logging back in after a long, peaceful AFK session at the wool farm. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Except for, two full pillager raid parties deciding that my cow pen is the perfect new Airbnb. Cows are mooing in distress, crossbows are flying, and I'm standing there questioning, how did this ever happen? Now, I could have fought like a hero, defended my bovine brothers, but instead I did what any brave Minecrafter would do in the face of danger. That's right, I logged off. Sometimes courage is knowing when to just Alt F4. With that now behind me, and definitely enough wool to single-handedly crash the server's item entities, it's time to shift my focus. My tiny starter iron farm just isn't cutting it anymore. I need more. More iron. More golems. More industrial pollution. But first I need redstone. Because apparently iron farms don't run on hopes and bad designs alone. When did my cactus farm turn into an egg farm? I have questions. After what felt like years of trading with my 3 redstone dealers in the Cuddly Cave, I realized this system wasn't, let's say, efficient. They're overworked, I'm underpaid, it's time to cut out the middleman. So I decided to build a witch farm, because what better way to solve redstone shortages than by exploiting magical swamp ladies for their loot drops. So I found myself a cozy little swamp hut, knocked down every tree around it, and turned it into the witch real estate boom of the century. 3 floors, fully unfurnished, and for some reason there's very fast turnover. Basically an apartment complex for witches on the move. Now, with redstone flowing in, I can finally move on to the next act of madness. Welcome to the future site of my forever iron farm. Nestled here atop this glorious hill overlooking the valley, where the sunsets are beautiful and the screams of golems burning in lava echo through the wind. It's poetic. Really, just think about it. Now, this farm will need around 24 villagers to keep it running. And when I say running, I mean literally sprinting for their lives from the torment of zombies. Minecraft automation is just labor exploitation with extra steps. So with my basic villager breeder now cranking out new workers, because clearly I'm just a great boss, it's time to chase another essential resource, blackstone. Could I build a gold farm and a bartering system for it? Sure. Did I instead spend 6 hours manually tearing down a bastion brick by brick like some kind of DIY home remodeler in the Nether? Also a yes. Because nothing says productivity like getting repeatedly blasted by ghasts while trying to avoid a fiery plunge into lava. But it's done, and my storage is full. For now. Okay, enough prep. It is time to get this iron farm underway. So, sit back, relax, and let me do the building. And there it is in its magnificent iron production beauty. So this is pretty simple. There are 12 housing units for the villagers, and there are 3 floors. 1, 2, 3. Each floor has its own zombie to scare the villagers. So we have a zombie here that's in a minecart, and it goes around a single rail system that will scare all the villagers on each floor. So there's one for each. And there is a spawning water platform above each one, so we've got 4 per level. And when a when an iron golem spawns, he'll get pushed off down into the lava killing chamber that's down here, which I have so magnificently decorated with the crimson warped nylium. So I think that's really cool looking down here because it's supposed to be pretty dangerous, hot, and deadly. And they'll burn up in there and they'll go into the collection system. So let's turn this sucker on and see how it works. So we got one switch here to turn everything on, and the zombies should start moving. Once they start moving, yes, look at that. See, they spawned the first golem right here, and he's gonna go ahead and fall. There he goes. He's gonna die in the killing chamber as we expect, and he'll get picked up by this hopper right here, or his loot will get picked up by this hopper right here, and it'll get funneled into the collection system down here, so it will sort out all of the poppies, turn them into bone meal, and then it'll send along the iron ingots over to the crafter. Crafter will turn those into blocks, and those blocks will get sent into this shulker loader. And we have 2 sides, one, because you got a killing chamber on each side here, so there's 2 crafters that will be producing these blocks. So if we come back up, actually, I think we just saw one die. Let's see. Whoa. Sorry, getting you guys all confused here. I'm trying to look for a good angle here. There we go. So now you can see the golems coming in. So we have 2 right now, one from each side in the killing chamber. Now the way we've spaced these, we should be able to spawn iron golems simultaneously in all 12 of these spawning pools. Now, with the timing and the way iron golems spawn in the game, you're not actually going to get them all spawning simultaneously, but they won't conflict with each other, so the rates stay pretty high. I think at one time I saw 6 spawn at once, but yeah, that's just when the moons and stars in the universe align, and we'll get that to happen. So I kind of like to I like to perch myself right here for a little bit and watch the iron golems come in. So this is kind of a cool little area to do that. We're not gonna do that right now. Hey, there's one right there spawning in. Look at that, and he falls all the way down. So that's really cool. One thing I did have an issue with was when the golems were falling and the zombie just happened to be tracking along here where the golem could see them. They would try to get them and they would slightly fall off course. So I just had to put some glass block along here so that the zombies are hidden from the golems. So this thing is really cool. I love the way this has turned out. You guys are probably wondering what the heck is with the design and why does it look the way it looks? Well, it's because I got bigger plans for this. This is going to be basically an iron golem temple. That's right, we're going to be worshiping the iron golems here. So I've got plans to fill in the entire outside skin of this with a magnificent church or temple, if you will. More of a church, I think, sitting up on top of this hill. So that should be really cool. Look forward to that in future videos. And the other thing I did was I decided to clean up this cliffside, because before it was just grass coming down the side, which looks okay, but you know, it needed to be more of a cliff. So I made it more of a cliff, and yeah, I think it looks really cool. And we'll eventually blend it all in with everything else in this valley so that it will look magnificent. Alright, well, that's it for today. That's the end of this episode. I am out of time. I wish I could build up everything, but just don't have the time for it. I did collect all the resources, so we won't have to do that for the next episode. So I do have all that going here, so you get a glimpse of some of the color palette that's going to be going up on the outside. And so that's it. The Forever Iron Farm, built with sweat, sarcasm, and questionable ethics. From raiding pillagers to witch apartments to golem genocide. We've covered all the major moral gray areas of Minecraft today. But hey, at least now I will never run out of anvils or guilt. I am Mindless, and this is the Forever SMP, reminding you that in Minecraft, anything is possible, especially over engineering.